YouTube, what's going on? This preacher. So I interviewed 2 drivers for this truck right here, right? Because I'm not gonna. It's a Freightliner Cascadia 2022. I'm not gonna be driving this truck. I'm gonna be driving Karen as soon as it gets fixed. But that's about 3 weeks out before it gets fixed. I don't know if you saw my last video, but last video, my mechanic can't even start on it for at least a week and a half before he's able to start on it. Okay, so when my mechanic said at least a week and a half and maybe 2 weeks, he may start on it like that Friday. At the end of that week and a half, there's really 2 weeks before he even gets started on it. But he said that it'll take about a day to fix once he start on it. But then I said, well, what about that accessory drive? Because you only gave me the quote and estimate to fix the clutch to get me back running, but I still got the oil leak on it. He said, yeah, he forgot about that. Don't worry, he's going to take care of me. So I don't know what exactly that means. He's going to take, whether he's going to take care of everything and have me back within 2.5 weeks. But I'm looking at realistically probably like 3 more weeks from now. So I'm trying to get a driver for this truck, right? And I interviewed 2 drivers for the truck. Now, they was talk. Of course, drivers always gonna be talking about pay. Well, what's the pay? Well, what's the pay? I say, listen, I'm not finna sit here and bull jive you or anything like that. The pay is $1,400 a week. That's the pay. I said, now it could be bonuses within that, but realistically, $1,400 is your salary a week. Okay, and then, well, I was making like $1,600, $1,700 a week with my last company. I said, yeah, show me a check stub. They both got quiet when I asked them to show them a check stub. I said, because your check stub going to tell me your year to date. And your year to date, I'm going to divide it by how many weeks that we are in. And it's going to show me your weekly wage that you have been making. They both got quiet. I'm like, don't come to me and act like I ran business for 19 years. Okay, interviewed thousands of people. I didn't train hundreds of people. I did pay raises, hundreds of people and everything like that. You can't come to me and act like you making all this money and everything is great. So then I tried to look at them, right? We're doing it on Zoom and things like that. So then I was telling them, yeah, then I'm going to have a truck inspection every month. Well, when is that? I said, I can't tell you when it's going to be a truck inspection. I'm running a truck too. It's just sometime throughout the month, I'm going to meet you somewhere. We're going to go be somewhere and I'm going to do a truck inspection. What, I said, listen, I don't trust nobody dealing with my money. It's my money. So I got to look out for my money. You want your money, right? I said, yeah, you want to get paid every single week, $1,400. You want to get paid that, right? They go, yeah, okay then. So these are my stipulations. I'm not telling you can't do anything. You can't smoke. I don't want no smoker inside my truck. And then you got to maintain the truck and make sure the truck is clean. 2 simple things. Truck clean, no smoking. That's it. When I tell you it's time to get it serviced and take it to get serviced, you do that. Now what I did, I can't. Let's see. Y'all can see it right there. That sticker right there, right? So when I got the truck, I went on ahead and took it to a Freightliner dealership, got it checked all out, got it serviced. They was like, oh yeah, well you got a couple more weeks before you got to get it serviced. No, I'm gonna go ahead and just get it serviced right now, right? So I went on ahead and got it fully serviced. The filter changed. I did all that particular stuff, right? And they went over the truck. And they said, well, we already went over the truck. Yeah, I know y'all already went over the truck, but I'm going to take it there and I'm going to go ahead and get it done, right? So to get everything done, it was about $750 to get everything done. And then they're going to reimburse me for getting everything done. All right. So my dispatch was like, okay, well, we'll reimburse you for all that and everything like this. I said, man, I just need from the dealership to let me know that everything has been done. I don't know what the last driver has did on this truck or what. You know, this truck had 200,000 miles on it. 207,000 miles on it. When I first got the truck. So I'm like, okay, no, you know, I'm gonna make sure everything is done, everything is right, so we good to go. You know, so if I put a driver up in it, I want to make sure I put a driver up in it and the driver is good to go. Only thing he got to do, take it to the Freightliner dealership. You know, it's a warranty on this bad baby, the whole 9 yards. So you know what I'm saying, we good to go. Now some of y'all gonna be like, what, are you renting? Are you leasing? Did you buy it? You want to know all this in particular stuff about this truck, right? Stay out of grown folk business. Okay, it don't matter what I did or how you gonna do stuff. Only thing you need to make sure is, can you afford it? That's it. Can you afford it? My business has been up and running for 2 years. I've been running my business for 2 years. I've been booking my own loads for 2 years. Okay, I know how much money I bring home every single week after all bills and stuff is paid. And I've been doing it for 2 years. Okay, 2 full years I've been doing this for. All right, I know how much I make weekly. And that just was with a day cab. Okay, I'm using the same brokers I've been using for 2 years to book my loads. Okay, the same brokers. Okay, the loads are going to different places, but my price point is still staying the same, no matter what. Okay, so if you're gonna go out and get yourself another truck, you need to make sure you can afford it. Number one. Okay, I have contracted freight. All right. That begins October the 17th. Contracted freight that I have that I can take places. Contracted freight. So you do not go out and get something if you don't know if your business can handle it. You don't know how much money you're making. You haven't established a relationship with brokers. I have. I know for a fact how much money I can bring. Now that's just me. With me bringing home $3,800 inside of a day cab. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit more money and actually saving more money because my truck only do about 7.2 on a good day miles per gallon. And this truck is doing like 9 something. So I'm going to be saving some money on fuel and everything like that. But I also know how much money that I'm able to make with this truck and getting another truck. Now, I wasn't planning on getting another truck in January, but Karen went down on me. So it is what it is. So when I interview these two drivers, it's solo. I don't care if I find a team drivers or if I find solo drivers, but just talking with them, everything like that, it's like they never had a truck, but at the same time, they talking about, well, I only want to run 500 miles. And if I run more than 500 miles a day, I need that to be my decision to do 500 miles. I'm like, 500 miles? You want to run 500 miles a day? He's like, yeah. I said, man, loads don't work like that. If I got a load that is like 1,200 miles, you got 2.5 days to get there. I need you to be able to get there in the 2.5 days. You're going to need to be doing more than, I said, you know what? I understand. 500 miles. Okay. So what else? Well, I really don't like driving at night. So I don't want to drive past 10 o'clock at night. Oh, okay. You don't want to drive past 10 o'clock at night too. Okay, no problem. I go on with the interview, and then at the end he said, well, what do you think? I said, well, what I think is you need to go find yourself a local job where you could be home like you want to be home, and you don't got to drive past 10 o'clock at night, and you can have all those stuff that you want. Okay, but this position is over the road position. I need you to be able to do at least 630 miles a day. You want the $1,400, but you don't want to work for the $1,400. It's not going to work like that, because these loads have to be there on time. And to be there on time, if you're making your loads on time, picking up on time, and delivering on time, then yeah, there's bonuses that are going to put you up throughout the course of the week if you make all your appointments on time. But for you to just tell me that you're only going to do 500 miles, that's not going to work for me. It's just not going to work. Not as OVR. This is not a big company. This is not your Knights, your Swifts, you know, your Western Express, and all this other particular stuff. This it's not it. You know, I mean, this is not it. This is a 2-truck operation, and we got to hustle. We got to hustle and make some money. That's just how it is. You're only out for 2 whole weeks at a time. And that was the thing when I had the list and Craigslist. Okay, you out for 2 weeks at a time, and then you work your way on back. Then you stay home as long as you want to stay home. I don't have a certain amount of time before you stay home. If you want to stay home 3 days, stay home 3 days. You want to stay home 5 days, stay home 5 days. That's up to you, but you ain't making no money when you staying home. Just know that. Always know that. It's prorated. It'll be $1,400 prorated. But if you don't have no load and you going home empty, you ain't getting paid because you don't have no load that you going home with. So after the 2 weeks, I got to find you a load to get you back home. And depending on where you at, it may take 2 days, it may take 3 days, it may take 4 days. But you have to stay out at least 14 days. You have to stay out at least 14 days to be able to make the $1,400. Okay, that's just how it works. I'm not gonna make that $9,000 to $11,000 a week without you staying out for the whole week to do the whole run. And the only way I can pay you that $1,400 is if you stay out the whole week. All right, so it's like the 2 weeks at a time. So when you go home, yeah, you're gonna get prorated for the time that you are driving all the way home. So if it's just 3 days, you get that prorated 3 days out of that $1,400. So it breaks it down per day, and that's how you get paid. So you still getting paid whether you do it or not. But this is an OTR position. OTR, you got to stay home. This is not a regional. It's nothing like this. So trying to explain it to people, they want the job, but then they don't want to work. They want the money, but then they don't want to work. Then you got one dude that want $1,800 a week. I'm like, okay, you want $1,800 a week. How much is fuel right now? I don't know. You don't know how much fuel is right now? No. So you do not know how much fuel is right now? No. But you want $1,800 a week. Do you know what's the average rate per mile that's going on right now? No. So you just want to drive and bump a dog. Yeah, that's what truck drivers do. I said, no, that's not what I need. I need a reasonable person, okay? Because you just can't stop at any fuel station and fuel up. On your route, you have to be able to know, okay, this is going to be the cheapest fuel that I am here. Because the more money you save, the more money you make. That's just how it is, man. I don't understand with some of these people. I really don't. Interview the people, they want money, but then they don't want to work. You only want to drive 500 miles a day. What kind of mess is that? 500 miles a day? I mean, what? Some loads need to get there. So sometimes you have to drive 600 miles. You're going to have to do it because you're on a time restraint. I can't say, yeah, okay, no problem. You always going to be able to drive. Those people that has contracted freight with decent places where you have open windows to be able to make it there throughout the whole day. And you're not worried about your next load because you just driving. But when you booking loads, I have to worry about the next load because I got to get you back. This contracted freight, I got to get you back to where I got to pick up this and load from the shipper. I have to get you back there. So you going out there one day, you deliver. The next day, I've got to find your load to get you back so you can deliver that morning so you can pick up another load that morning and go. And some of those trips, yeah, they're like 500 miles, 540 miles, stuff like that, 600 miles. You can do it in a day, but I need to know you're going to be able to get there. You just gonna be like, okay, that's my 500 miles for the day. No, but the place is right there. You can stay the night at the place. You know, I need a thinker. That's what I need. I need a thinker. I need a thinker. All right, y'all. But those about my two people I interviewed for this driving position, man. They was crazy, man. I'm just like, oh no, that's all right. All right, man. I'll talk to y'all later.